I get a really good feeling about this.
What? It's May already? Jeez, where does the time go? Oh, hello, my name is Fu Manchu, and that's right, it's May 1st. That means we're only 24 days away from Han Solo's Solo movie. That is a horrible title, by the way. I wish they'd have called it, like, A Smuggler's Beginning, or something stupid like that. You know, anything better than Solo. You can't have Solo, a Solo Star Wars story. Jeez, did Cobra Commander have something to do with that title? Anyways, you know what? Look, I've been a big, I don't know, idiot when it comes to these Han Solo toys. I mean, I just can't stop buying them. I mean, I bought Han, I bought Lando, I bought, I don't know, Enfys Nest in his or her ship, I bought the girl, I bought Chewbacca, I got Lando in the small version. There he went. He just fell off of there. I got the Force Link .26.7.0 thing. And I bought that big old thing. Han in his speeder, which we will be reviewing today. Today's review will be on the Hasbro. And look at over here, Disney saying, no, we made this. We made this. Shut up, Disney. Go lay down. Star Wars. And remember when you used to see that? You used to feel so good. But now when you see it, you just kind of go, nah. I mean, seriously, how bad have they sunk in these movies that they don't make you feel as good anymore? But you know what? It just says Star Wars over there, and this is to imply that this is from the Solo Star Wars movie line or whatever. But you'll notice it just says Star Wars. It doesn't say Solo, a Star Wars story, or anything like that. It's almost like the people at Disney know exactly which brand sells, doesn't it? With all that said, today's review will be on Han Solo's Landspeeder. Now, you're probably saying, hey, wait a minute, I don't remember Han Solo having a Landspeeder. I remember Luke Skywalker having a Landspeeder. Yeah, so do the writers of this movie, so now Han Solo's got one too. Well, at least it's not orange, it's blue, and that rhymes, so let's get to the review. Check it out, man. There it is. It's a little worse for wear. It looks like part of it's missing on the side there. It looks like a little speedster, I don't know, like it would be like a 1970s car or something. And then over here, if you look, this is the only way to get the younger Han Solo figure. And I like this figure a lot. I mean, it just looks cool. His outfit's a little better. Sure, he's still wearing a vest, but it's almost like a Marty McFly vest or something like that. So that's at least a little different. Now, his later outfits, it looks pretty much just like the Han Solo we know and love and junk like that. So it implies that he hasn't changed his clothes or his style in 30 years or 10 years or however many years, but that's okay. Now, if you look there, I do like that picture up there. I think that's pretty neat. Although Chewbacca looks like he's a little too tall for the picture, so they're like, bend down, Chewie, bend down. We can't see you. But yeah, that still looks cool. You got the you got the Millennium Falcon ship right there with the extra little bit there at the nose. That's kind of cool. I'm getting used to that. Over here it shows that it comes with a child's hand inside this box. Wait a minute. No, that's your hand. But yeah, you put that on there, the little Force Link 2.0 as it says, because the 1.0 sold real well, I guess, and they thought, hey, let's make another one. But, you know, I get it because it has to have updated, you know, voices and stuff like that, and that's pretty cool. And from what I've heard, it's having a lot of problems because you need to download a new type of, I don't know, website thing because it runs on Bluetooth. I don't know how it works, but all I know is it doesn't work real well right now. So let's look at the back of the box, shall we? So, here's the back of the box here, showing off the toy and the figure, and that looks pretty cool, man. I like the way it looks, although a lot of people have implied it looks like a book, like on its side, and yeah, once you see that, you can't unsee it. It almost looks like you can open it up and read it. But over here, you've got the Han and his little outfit there. You'll notice that this figure doesn't really have, at least I don't see, it doesn't have the little speckled dirt or whatever. The figure actually has speckling on his boot, like that. So I guess he did some home improvements or something like that, you know, before this or after this picture was taken. Over here, you've got the Han Solo Landspeeder, and it says, Han is cagey about where he scored this overpowered M-68 Landspeeder, saying little beyond that its previous owner no longer had need of it. So you did steal it! I had a feeling, man. So, yep, so now we know. So it shouldn't say Han Solo's Landspeeder, it should say, like, Han Solo stole this Landspeeder or some other guy's a Landspeeder. It says, the M-68 is a design from the ancient core world of Corellia. now a principal starship production facility for the Galactic Empire. And also in French, and also in Spanish, and also in I don't know what. But anyways, that is pretty cool indeed. It shows you what it does down here. It's got a crumple front, and that's pretty cool. It's like, and it flings them out of the front. So I guess that's going to happen in the movie. But then again, toys have done things before that never happens in the movie, so we don't know. And if you look over here, it actually comes with 2 child hands. Oh my god, a right and a left. That sucks, poor kids. But you know what? That's pretty neat. Shows you the Force Link 2.0, and it shows you there's the normal Han Solo figure there, so you compare that outfit to that outfit, and it's almost the same, just repainted, but with his sleeves pushed up. But anyways, that's pretty cool, and I can't wait to see it open, so let's flip it back around to the front, shall we? So, here's front of the box for the very last time. Now, I know a lot of people out there probably have a really bad feeling about seeing this movie, and I totally understand. Because I kind of want to see it, and I kind of don't. But more than I don't want to see it, I just wish it didn't exist. We shouldn't be seeing this. This shouldn't be like a film series or a movie or a TV series or anything like that. It just shouldn't exist at all. But, you know, it's going to come out, so of course I'm going to want to see it because it's Star Wars, and I like Star Wars, and they've got us, don't they? It's a trap, just like Admiral Akbar said, and look how they treated him. But you know what? Hey, seriously, I'm going to give it a chance. If it's good, I'll like it. If it's not, I can pretend to like it because I can play with the toys and they can be any way I want them to be. So, speaking of the toys, I say we open it! So, after opening the box and sliding out the inner tray, check this out. That ship's a lot bigger than I thought it would be, and I actually like what I see. That is very cool indeed, man. I thought it'd be half that size. Now, you can see that there's not a lot packed in with this. You get a fin over there, FN 2187 or something like that, and you put him back here on the back of the ship. And then over here, you've got the Han Solo figure looking very cool indeed. Now, aside from that, it also came with some instructions on how to put it together. So, let's remove it from this tray and check it out. What do you say? So, here's Han Solo and his newly acquired Landspeeder fresh out of the package. Now, I haven't put the fin on, as you can see there, but we'll get to that in a minute. Now, first thoughts. Now, like I said, I am very happy with the size of this ship. This is awesome, man. I did not expect it to be this big, and it is very, very cool. But, there is one negative. Now, as I stated before, this front end right here, in between the black and the battle damage here, gray part, that is a rubbery blue piece. Now, that is very tacky to the touch. When you touch it, it feels like the paint isn't dry or something like that. And if you flip it over to the bottom of the ship, you'll see the cardboard particles and stuff have stuck to it from the box. Now, it's not like it was stuck to the bottom of it. It's just little pieces of dust and debris have stuck to it. Now, you can probably get that off with a wet rag, but yeah, when I opened it up, I went, ugh, I don't like how this feels. It's real sticky and stuff like that. I wish they'd have made it out of the same plastic that the rest of the ship is made out of, but of course it's a kid's toy, and they wanted it to have that, you know, crashing feature or whatever. But you know what? That would have been so much better if they'd have just made it out of, you know, the same plastic. But, oh well, let's look back at the top of it. Because honestly, I truly do like the way this ship looks. It looks very cool indeed. Now, aside from the figure, his gun, and that fin, it didn't come with anything else. So let's put the fin on. What do you say? Now, the instruction sheet shows you exactly how to put that fin into place. You pop it into the back of the ship and onto the side of it. And with 2 easy clicks, the ship is now complete and looks pretty awesome indeed. That fin really does make it look even better, and I absolutely love that. Another neat little detail that I like is that little battle damage scratch that's on the fin. They didn't need to do that, and I'm so glad they did, because the rest of it's just plain. But that little bit of silver paint makes it go a long way. And aside from the tacky paint on the front there, just that blue part, you can see that it's got battle damage all over it. Back here at the jets, you can see there's like some blue. And it's like metallic blue at that, too, man. It looks really good. I mean, they did a great job at that. Over here on this side, you can see what the ship should look like on the other side, but it's all broken off, and that's pretty cool. It's got racing stripes and everything. Now, when I first saw in the box that this would have a crashing feature, I thought that was pretty cool until I touched the plastic. I went, ugh, I don't like how that feels. So I wish instead of that crashing feature, I wish right here it had like some lights or something like that. Because they look so cool on the box, that would be a much better feature to have. But you can't have everything now, can you? Now, going back to the instructions, on this side over here, you can see something where it shows Alden Ehrenreich going inside of the ship, and then a hand saying, "No, Alden Ehrenreich, you are not Han Solo," and the movie rejects him, and then we put Harrison Ford where that arrow goes, and then everybody's happy. But Alden Ehrenreich had some powerful lawyers, so, he's back in the movie. But anyways, here's what he looks like sitting inside of the ship, and that is very cool indeed. Now, when I showed you the ship earlier, that seat that he's sitting in wasn't pushed down all the way, and man, it's got a very tight spring. It's like, click, it's really loud. But that's really awesome, so that means it'll fling him really good when you smash him into the wall. Now, I don't know if I should try that or not, because I really don't want to ruin the ship or the figure or anything like that, but I guess we can try it. Okay, Alden, get your arms up like you're on a roller coaster, buddy. There you go, okay. All right, you're all clear, kid. Oh, there you go, and he landed right on the rubber part. That's pretty cool. Now that the figure is flung out of there, you can see how high that seat is. So when you push it back down, it looks more like that. Now, turning the figure or the ship around, you can see there's actually some controls there, a little steering wheel and everything, so that's pretty cool. Now, the bottom of the ship is kind of plain. There's a little bit of dents and scratches and stuff like that. And it's got the little Force Link 2.0 logo right there. But I honestly thought that this would come with like a hovering stand or something a la, Luke Skywalker's Landspeeder or Rey's speeder or anything like that. Everybody's got speeders now, man. That's weird. But anyways, yeah, I really thought it would come with that. But no, I guess this little piece right here at the bottom that's kind of, a little further out is meant to give it that hovering effect. Which it kind of does, but as you can see, the front end actually, slants down a little bit more than the back, but maybe that's the way it is in the movie, I don't know. So now that we've looked at the speeder, let's focus on young Han Solo, and as you can see, he's got a little gun there. I thought he'd have a holster there on his right hip, but he doesn't, so he can hold it, and that's about it. But I say we look at this figure up close, because it's so small. What do you say? So, here we go with a super duper close-up look, and check out the texturing on his shirt there. That is awesome indeed. And speaking of awesome, this vest here is made out of a softer plastic and can be removed. So, if you want to have him in just this gray shirt, you can, and that is awesome. As you can see, he's got some doodads there hanging on his belt, and that's very cool indeed. He's wearing gloves, very reminiscent of the gloves he wore on the Millennium Falcon when he was manning the guns. Speaking of guns, here's a little weird-looking gun he comes with. That's kind of strange. And then over here he's just got some black pants all the way down to his big old boots, and you can see he's got some dust or dirt or something all splattered on his boots. Now, I don't think it's snow because I don't think Corellia is a snow planet, but as you can see, he's all dirty there. Up here at his other gloved hand, you can see it looks exactly like the gloves he wears later on. And then working our way up to his face, let's see, is it Harrison Ford? No, it's Alden Ehrenreich. And you know what? That's not a bad sculpt. I think that looks pretty cool indeed. Now, most of these figures look like they're wall-eyed, too. I've noticed in the store, but that's just how they're painted. And then you got his hair right there looking very cool indeed. And speaking of his hair, when you flip the figure around, you can see all the strands and stuff sculpted into it, and that is very cool. You can see the back of his vest is just a plain white vest. Looks like he's going fishing or something. Down here at his belt, you can see he's got a little pouch or something on the back of it, and he's got some little doodads there at the right hip. And then over here, it looks like, I don't know, like a magazine for a gun or like a battery pack or something. I don't know. And then down here, you can see his black pants and some... Look, the back of his boots aren't dirty. So that's weird. It's just the front of his boots that are dirty. It's kind of strange that they painted that detail onto the front, but they didn't paint it onto the back, so I don't know what happened there. I don't know, maybe he was painting a house or something before he got pulled into this adventure. Who knows? I mean, Harrison Ford was a carpenter. Now, looking at the figure's face again, it is worth noting that he doesn't have the scar yet on his chin, so I'm wondering if they're going to give that to him, because it is kind of a noticeable trait that Harrison Ford has in the movies, so I wonder if they're going to pull like an Indiana Jones 3 where they show him how he gets the scar. I don't know, but we'll find out, won't we? So, here's the figure as he appears once you remove him from the package, but let's see what he looks like without that vest, shall we? With the vest removed, he looks a lot more skinnier, that's for sure. But you know what? It still looks pretty cool. I mean, if you want to display him like this, or running around in an adventure like this where he has to get his vest. He left his vest at home, maybe. Who knows? But you know what? That still looks pretty cool. It's kind of neat that you can take it off. I mean, with as cheaply made as these figures are nowadays, I'm amazed that wasn't just sculpted onto his torso, but hey, that's still pretty cool. Now, speaking of sculpting, the sculpting is really good. I mean, I'm not going to complain about the sculpting, but you do have to have him with his left leg out forward a little bit because he doesn't stand straight up. His leg has to be a little bit more forward so he can stand. But yeah, other than that, it's awesome. Now, because I haven't opened Kira yet, or the Force Leak 2.0, I can't tell you if it works with this figure, or with the ship or anything, and I can't put her next to Han in the ship like in the trailer. But you know what? I'm still very happy with this. I think it's a little overpriced. I wish it was more like $25 and not $30. But you know what? I still like it, and I'm very happy to get it. And I like getting this this version of Han Solo too, because I like the way it looks like that in the trailer. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, do I recommend this ship? If you're a hardcore Star Wars fan, I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's about $5, you know, more than it should be. But honestly, I do like it. And the fact that it's going to make sounds and stuff like that, and the figure will talk, I think that's a neat little added bonus. I do wish it had a little hover stand or something like that. But hey, you can't have everything, like I said before. So, there's my review of the Hasbro Star Wars Han Solo movie, Han Solo's Landspeeder. Oh, it's down here. There we go, and that's pretty awesome indeed, man. You know what? I actually do like this toy a lot. I wish it was more of the Black Series, you know, the larger version with the larger figure and stuff. But you know what? Hey, this is still pretty awesome to me. Now, look. I'm going to say this. Now, this movie may be terrible. Alden Ehrenreich might be the wrong choice for Han Solo and stuff. Who knows? But it might actually be a good movie. Because the last thing I saw, that Becoming Solo or whatever it was called, it looked pretty good, man. Now, I don't know what I'm going to think of the movie when I see it. But listen, Alden, seriously. Man, don't let all the hate get to you. I'm sorry that people are being mean to you and stuff like that. I mean, maybe they're just jealous because you're in a Star Wars movie. I mean, I know I am. I wish I was playing Han Solo and... Wait a minute! Why am I apologizing to you? You're getting to play Han Solo in a Star Wars movie. Take this! Oh, Alden, you messed that up too. Well, I guess we're gonna have to add stunt choreography to his acting lessons. Anyways, until next time when I review some more Solo movie figures, tune in for more... Full Reviews!
You think everything sounds like a bad idea.
Hey, this is Nolan North. You don't want to miss Full Reviews. And I'm out.